again, my goal being to get people excited about jiu-jitsu, specifically with Good for the Soul, but also in fitness in general. And I think one way to do that in the fitness realm, and this is just my own pure curiosity, without sharing any names unless you feel comfortable sharing it, do you have any big success stories, like something you're proud of that, hey, that transformation, the Reddit thread of transformations where people look at like, dang, you were here prior, 300 pounds plus, and you did it. Maybe I can do it too. Do you have any of those that you've helped people coach through before?
So I've literally coached thousands of clients, and I've coached thousands of coaches. And I hesitate with the question of kind of isolating things, because what that does is you end up putting people in a box like, this is success. Right?
Okay.
And where everybody has their own level of success based on their own personal situation. And I think that is really important for coaches and individuals, whether it be an athlete or a non-athlete, to get that your success is not going to be the same as Susie's success down the street. It's the same as like, well, Susie lost, 10 pounds on that diet down there, so that's the diet that I should be doing. No. Susie has a completely different diet history than you, completely different exercise history, health profile, and everything else. That is completely, what she's doing is totally irrelevant. Now, there might be some concepts there we can apply. So go back to the results piece and the end result in terms of transformations. I think on the transformation piece, what I would say is this. I have had, and you can even jump on our website and you can see some testimonials of people where they came, how they came in and kind of where they are now and where they've gone. And all of them will tell you this. They all came in with a little bit of apprehension and they weren't quite sure, and they'd had other experiences. And while they may have come in with a weight loss goal, whatever that was, whether or not they've actually achieved that number on the scale is no longer important for them. And they'll say that. They'll be very upfront about it. And it's more about, hey, you know what? Now I'm healthier. Now I love exercise now. And I unconsciously, eat better, and I sleep better, and I have better relationships. I have better sex, and I have, I have less stress or anxiety throughout my day and things like that. So look, man, I've trained a lot of people that have lost a lot of weight, or, have achieved some great things in sports or athletics. But I think the ones I'm most proud of, I have to be honest, are the people that work with me. Cool. And the transformation that they've made and coming together as a team and being able to provide the environment that basically provides this ecosystem that can deliver the results I was just telling you.
For sure.
So,
man, I love the fact that you pointed that out on wanting to be careful about pinpointing the transition or transformation piece, because I feel like I'm having a light bulb moment sitting across from you right now, because I try and preach that in jiu-jitsu, right? It was like, hey, like, you just got to be better than you were yesterday. Like, hey, just stay on the path, and you as an individual are going to be better. But my ignorance and the knowledge that I don't have about fitness, I'm looking at it from a white belt perspective of saying, wow, like, I'm seeing this guy 300 pounds. Wow, now he's shredded. Cool. I need to be like that. And so it's almost like an eye-opening experience for me right now to say, wow, I need to re-measure what fitness means to me personally, not just preach it on the jiu-jitsu side. Like, what does fitness for myself mean? I don't need to look at the guy on the wall like you described earlier and say, cool, he looks like that, so that's why he's gonna be my trainer. It's like, wow, what does that mean now for me and for other people going to fitness,
Yeah, so there's two things. First off, I'd always relate people back to that triangle of awareness, right? And the triangle of awareness is, what is your goal? So again, what is your goal? You picked your goal, whatever that is. Now let's examine, is that goal appropriate for you? Right. And then if we've decided that it is, like, and this is through this kind of discovery process, then it's, what is the proper plan of action for you, and what are the first steps? What are the first steps? So the second thing that I said that brought two things to mind was, stop trying to do black belt shit as a white belt, right? Like, you're not ready for that yet. Like, I appreciate the drive. Like, I honor that. Like, it's awesome. What I need you to be driven to do this week is, I need you to get into the gym 2 days a week, right? Instead of no days a week. Or I need you to record your nutrition for me for the next 3 or 4 days. Like, that's white belt shit that you need to be doing before we start dialing things up. And you got, by the way, there's blue, purple, brown, right? You get, you know, like there's a long way to go here. So let's not try to get all in shape all at once. Mm-hmm. You know, let's not try to get fit today.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
let's try to set up a platform for success that we can then build a foundation from. And then I think there's pillars that you put in there. And I kind of gave you those with the eat squared plus E piece that when you find yourself getting off track, go back to triangle awareness. Am I doing the right things here? Go back to eat squared plus your pillars, like, because 9 times out of 10, if you go back to that, you're always like, oh yeah, that's the piece I could be doing better on. Cool. And you'd be surprised at how much impact that has. You know, the last piece of that eat squared plus E obviously is the exercise piece, right? But that's the piece people latch onto the first, because they feel like that's the most controllable. It's the other stuff, man. Interesting,
and I love that's the last piece of that equation, because to get to that goal, there's that lifestyle you're gonna have to change, because whatever you're doing right now is not where you want to be. That's why your clients are sitting there, have that conversation with you. Yeah. So exercise is gonna be the last piece. Let's sit here and figure out these other ones to get you to where you want to be.
Yeah, and exercise is no less important. However, it shouldn't overshadow those other things. And what you find a lot of people doing a lot of times is overcompensating with that. Like,
I've been guilty of that far too long.
I got choked out 3 times last night, right? And I'm going to the gym 4 times a week. I need to go 5. I need to go 5, because if I was going to the gym 5 times a week, I wouldn't have got choked out. But the reason you got choked out is because you're gassing out. Like you know, your fitness sucks, or maybe it isn't your fitness. Maybe your nutrition sucks. Maybe your sleep sucks. Maybe your stress management sucks. Yep. Maybe you're eating enough calories, but your macronutrient profile is way off, right? Yeah. You're not eating enough protein, not eating enough carbohydrate, not eating enough fat. Like, there's always these things that we can dial, but everybody wants to turn the little dial. Like, is it creatine? Is it, is it a pre-workout that I need? Like, is it steroids? Is it, it's this other hormonal supplement that I need over here? Or is it this new gadget? It's none of those things. Mm-hmm. Stop with that bullshit. Yeah, once you get to peak performance, right? Or at least once you started to manage adequately your eat squared plus E in my book, then we can start playing with those things, because there's a lot of benefit in a lot of supplements. Yeah. There's some that I'm really into, but
for sure
not until we're
man. And it's funny because, again, this is one of those conversations where, hey, we're going to put it out there for the world, but now it's hitting me deep in my core, because I've always tried to compensate, whether it's, hey, being a young kid, I'm 29 years old right now. Well, my entire 20s of training, I've been able to go to the gym 7 times a week off little sleep. Well, that habit hasn't helped me, and it's made me injured. So then I start contemplating, well, how can I keep redlining myself? Do I know some guys who are in their 50s that hey, tea is the right move for them because their hormones are starting to drop and they're doing their fitness properly.
Absolutely.
Well, do I start doing that now because I'm so broken? And everyone looks at me like I'm crazy, which they should, and I shouldn't be doing that. And I'm not at the moment. But my first instinct sometimes is to go to like, cool, what is that thing outside of myself that's going to help me get or keep this redlining aspect? Whereas like, no, Vic, dial it back down, and that's a hard thing to do sometimes.
Isn't that crazy, man? Like, we always want to put something more on the plate when we should really just be taking stuff off the plate. With clients, we see that all the time. A lot of times by the time they get to us here, go back to the Silicon Valley, high stress, tech, whatever, kids, life, family, and all that stuff, they're looking to add something on, right, to the table to make them feel better. And that's often, again, going back, it starts with exercise, because it seems like the most logical route to do that. And a lot of times it is. And I don't want to take away from like, well, we're not going to exercise until we address all these other things.
Right.
No. It needs to come together. Like, we just need to be aware, again, coming back to that level of awareness on your situation and what you can do. And again, it's not like, well, I have 5 days a week, so let's train 5 days a week. Not chill, dude. Let's establish some consistency here. Let's make a commitment. Let's establish some consistency. And then we'll see where this goes. We can evolve it. We can always evolve.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're trying to twist all these dials at one time and toggle all these switches, or, throttle up, throttle back all at the same time, or in your case, like you're trying to overcompensate, not in your case, but in your example of, should I be getting, HRT when, to offset my recovery, which I know I'm not getting, when the answer is, maybe you wouldn't have a hormone issue if you fucking ate right and got enough sleep.
This is my, 100% talking right to me.
I mean, that was my problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been down that path, man. And I can tell you, like, it's been supremely helpful, to have to go through that process to really know. But the bottom line is I redlined myself to the point where I had nothing left in the tank, and injuries and health issues and whatever. And I thought the answer was HRT, when the reality is I had way more impact over any of that stuff through Eat Squared plus Eat.
Yep. No, dude, I feel that, man.